Hey, Mike. What? Who's got next?
What's good, y'all? It's your man Hezo, and welcome back to the Blacktop, where I always got next, you feel me? So I was actually going to record my top 10 center list video, which is my last top 10 list I have to do. However, I did a poll yesterday on my Instagram and asked who's a better player between Morant and Trae Young. And the results just were absolutely ludicrous in my opinion. Y'all already know who I think's a better player, so I'm gonna be going into why. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new. Leave a like on the video, help me grow my channel out, and let's get right into it. So the final results of the poll that I posted on Instagram, I think was 77% Ja and 23% Trae. I can't remember the exact number, but it was somewhere in that realm. And to me, that is just absolutely ridiculous. And I know it didn't have a ton of votes. I think it was only like 30 people or something that voted on it, because I don't have a ton of followers on Instagram. But just in reality, it is ridiculous how many people actually truly believe that Morant is better than Trae. And now I know that Morant had an excellent season last year. I'm not taking anything away from him. He was second team All-NBA and Trae was third team All-NBA, which I think should have been flipped. But everybody had their oohs and their ahs about Ja last year because of how flashy he is, how explosive he is, how much fun he is to watch, and I get all that. But overall, when you look at the statistics and what impacts winning, it's really not even close. Trae is better in every single aspect of the game. In terms of scoring, shooting, passing, rebounding is close, steals were close. Trae does average a little bit more turnovers, but he also has a higher usage rate. And when you look at the defense, this is the biggest thing. People think that Trae is one of the worst defenders in basketball, which he is. But people don't realize that Ja is also one of the worst defenders in basketball. And statistically, if you look at the numbers, Trae was actually a better defensive player last season than Ja. His field goal percentage in terms of opponent field goal percentage against Trae as opposed to Ja was lower. In terms of guards, what guards shot against Trae as opposed to Ja was lower. The win shares on defense as opposed to Trae would had a higher win share. So realistically, everyone says that Trae is the worst defensive point guard in basketball, but is he? I know probably on paper and everything it looks like that because the Hawks especially are one of the worst defensive teams in basketball. But when you look at the numbers and you actually look and read between the lines, Ja is actually a worse defender than Trae, and it's in the numbers. So you can fact check me on that. You can do whatever you want. It's in the numbers. So with that being said, I mean, when you look at player by player, obviously we know Ja is more explosive. He's more athletic and all that. Ja is not a great shooter. He's not a great he's a pretty good playmaker. He averages around 7 assists, but he's not the playmaker and does not have the vision that Trae has. Not to mention durability. Trae missed, 6 games last year, as opposed to Ja missed, I think, like 27, because they were 21-6 without Morant last year, as opposed to the Hawks were 3-3. Now, come on, man. I know a lot of people have argued that, are the Grizzlies better without Ja? Now, I'm not going to go that far, but when you break it down, Trae averages more assists on a less team. So in terms of playmaking, it's really not even close. Now, field goal percentage, I've already touched on that. I expect Morant to have a little bit higher field goal percentage because he attacks the rim more. He gets into the paint a little bit more, so he's going to have a slightly higher field goal percentage. But he can't score. He just can't score like Trae. So overall, in terms of every single aspect that impacts winning, Trae is the better player. And for anybody who says that Ja is a better player than Trae, okay, that's fine. You believe what you want, but I just want to ask you one question: what does Morant legitimately do better than Trae? That's not being more athletic or getting to the rim. Honestly. That's the only 2 aspects of the game that Morant is better at than Trae, is getting to the rim, and he's more athletic. So I don't even know why this is even a discussion at this point. Listen, man, this is kind of just of a rant video because the amount of people that truly believe that Ja is a better point guard than Trae, to me, it is ridiculous. Trae's already been to a conference finals. Arguably could have been to a finals if he did not get hurt in that postseason run. Now I know that they ran into the Warriors. The Grizzlies ran into the Warriors last year, and Ja did get hurt in that series. So if Ja doesn't get hurt, we don't know what happens. But that's the thing. He's not near as durable as Trae. It is what it is. You can say what you want, but in my eyes, in a lot of people's eyes, and really the stats and the eye test tell me that jamorant, I'm sorry, but is not as good of a player or point guard as Trae Young is. I don't really know what more to say with it. I just think that people are so caught up in Ja's flashiness and his ability to get to the rim and all that, and I get all that. I'm not taking anything away from Ja. He's an all-NBA player. He's a borderline superstar, but when in comparison to Trae Young, I think Trae Young is getting heavily disrespected in this comparison. Look at the numbers, man. The numbers are right in front of us. I don't care about the wins last year. The Hawks had so many freaking injuries on their team last year, and I know about the first round matchup against Miami. I get all that, but you can't look at the one playoff series as opposed to the body of work that Trae has put in since he's come into the league as opposed to Morant. I'm gonna leave it there, man. Let me know what y'all's thoughts are in the comments. This was a quick rant video because I wanted to go on and talk about this specific subject, especially because Trae is my guy and I have to come on here and defend him. I am a Hawks fan at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, I still watch a ton of basketball, so don't call me crazy and thinking Trae is better than Ja, because I'm not crazy. A lot of people out there do think that if you're not a casual. So I'm gonna pretty much leave it there, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Who do you think is better between Ja and Trae? Leave a like on the video, and I will catch y'all next episode.